If so much of the world is filtered out by our brain and never even enters our awareness, what else is being removed right now, without us ever knowing it was there? We usually imagine reality as complete, as if what we experience is the whole thing. But what if the problem isn't missing information? What if it's missing dimensions? You and I live inside a space we understand intuitively. We can move left and right, forward and backward, up and down, three directions, three dimensions. They feel natural, almost invisible, because we can move freely through them. We don't think about them, we just use them. Imagine you tell a friend to meet you somewhere. You give them a location, latitude and longitude. That tells them where on the surface of the earth you want to meet. But if you're standing inside a tall building, they still won't know where to find you, even if they're standing on the right spot. They still need to know. Are you on the ground floor, the 10th floor, or the roof? To meet you precisely, they need height, a third dimension. But even then, something is still missing. You've told them where, you've told them how high. But if you don't tell them when, they might arrive too early, or too late, or miss you entirely. Without time, the meeting never happens. Time isn't optional. It's not an extra detail. Time is a dimension. A fourth dimension. We rarely think of time this way, but listen carefully to this idea. We can move left and right, up and down, but the time dimension. You don't have access to the past or the future. Every other dimension lets you move freely, but time only lets you go one way. You can't step sideways into yesterday. Nor can you lean forward into tomorrow. You are carried constantly in a single direction, and you don't control the speed. This means something subtle and deeply unsettling. We don't experience time. We are trapped inside it. And whatever else reality contains, whatever other dimensions may exist, we are locked out of them in the same way we are locked out of the past. Astronauts often say they are weightless, but that's not quite true. They are falling constantly. So is the space station. So is everything inside it. They don't feel weightless because nothing is pulling on them. They feel weightless because nothing is stopping the fall. Movement without resistance. A kind of freedom that only exists when nothing pushes back. In space, constant motion feels like stillness. In time, constant motion feels like now. You don't feel yourself falling through time. For the same reason you don't feel the Earth spinning. There is no reference point. Physicists have long wondered whether space contains more dimensions than we can sense. Not places we haven't reached, but directions we cannot move in. Not hidden by distance, but hidden by limitation. Some people ask whether artificial intelligence might one day understand these dimensions, but understanding isn't the same as experiencing. A map is not a place, and description is not access. So if reality has dimensions we cannot enter, and if time itself is one of them, then the question isn't what exists out there. The question is, what are we already inside without the ability to step aside and see it?